So I got an email from a subscriber, and it reads, "Hi Chris, it's Andrea from Ireland. I only wish to have awakened and wonderful friends like you. A short feedback for your video 2030, Cyborg, Utopia, or Collapse of Civilization. You were so right by realizing that getting rid of evil people won't fix mankind. It is maybe part of human nature, just as Agent Smith said in Matrix. It's like a virus. Are more simple life forms better, or evolution got it all wrong? What is your take on that? I would really appreciate an answer on that. Sorry for my English, I'm Hungarian. Thanks. Keep up with great videos like that." Well, my thoughts are, I don't know if human beings are necessarily an inferior life form, but let's move along those lines for a minute. I mean, maybe evolution hasn't gotten it wrong. Maybe we're just looking at it from such a short time scale. We really haven't been on the planet that long, although we think we're very self-important. We want to think about how great we are, how significant our lives mean. Does it really mean anything at all? And maybe we're not that significant. Maybe we're not as self-important as we want to believe. Now, I personally believe in God, but I believe that spirituality is a lot different from religion. I believe personally that religion is man-made, and that the truth is the truth, and it is absolute. It's kind of like being in a car accident, for example. Let's say I'm a reporter, and there's this massive pileup on the highway, and so I go and interview, there's two witnesses, and I interview the first witness, and they say, the red pickup truck crashed into the blue car. The red pickup truck crashed into the blue car. Then I talk to an identical witness who saw the same crash, who said, no, the blue car crashed into the red pickup truck, not the other way around. That's almost how I interpret religion, and it being man-made, is that they're both trying to describe the same thing through witnessing what they believe happened, let's say in the past, or let's say you believe that we've been saved by God, or we've been saved by Jesus Christ, or we've been saved by somebody martyring themselves, whether or not that's Jesus or somebody else. You're really trying to describe the same accident, the same Big Bang, as the evolutionists like to call it, with just a different take on it, with somebody's opinion. But it's still really going after the same thing. What does it mean to be a human being? What does it mean to be alive? What is the meaning to life? And I ask myself this question all the time. And I'm a pretty open book. I'm not somebody that's narrow-minded into one particular area. I will really, honestly, and I love to. I love education. I want to hear what other people think. And that's why I'm completely open to a religious perspective. I'm completely open to a scientific perspective. But the more that I study these things, both perspectives, the more I've realized that science is a religion as well. And that, a lot of these people that call themselves scholars or independent thinkers really are just so myopic in their thinking and are only operating within their chosen paradigm, their own world. I've talked about this about the internet for some time, the way that the Google algorithm works now, the way that the algorithm of the internet works and data mining and all this stuff, and the way that you surf and cookies are stored on your Internet Explorer, Firefox, or Google Chrome. They're basically operating to target you, not just with ads, but to target you within your specific paradigm, your own individual universe. And we need to realize that for a minute. We're all operating within our own paradigms. We're all operating within our own world. And we think we're self-important, but are we? And back to human beings just being maybe an inferior species in general. Let's let the cards play out here. I don't think the human nature and human beings are going to last much longer. If we really cared about ourselves, we would care about the future. We would care about things like long-term sustainability. I talked about in our last video, 2030, cyborgs or collapse of civilization, just the sheer demographic shift of population growth, the fact that more and more people will be living in cities, the threat of virulent disease. These are things and issues that we must address right now. Right now. And if we don't address these issues right now, It's going to be the difference between living or dying in the future. You know, you look at things like sustainability of our economy, for example. I talk about our capital markets a lot. There is no sustainability. Think about it, $16 trillion plus in debt and growing. And we're coming off the edge of a fabricated fiscal cliff here in the not-too-distant future. This isn't unique to the United States. This is really a trend worldwide. But think about that for a minute. If we really cared about sustainability, why would we bankrupt ourselves? Why would we not provide for future generations and for our children? But here's the rub. You see money, debt, these instruments they created out of thin air, we could get rid of right now. We could literally evaporate these instruments right now while you're watching this video, and money itself could become meaningless. I'm driving home a little bit of a point here, and if you're not already there with me, you will be in just a moment. The only way that we can truly provide a sustainable future for our children, and we can truly provide long-term longevity for the human race itself, is by really having a massive shift in human consciousness in the way that we think, but more importantly, the way we behave and the way we act. I don't see that happening in the very near future without severe turmoil. And it's not that I don't think that we can't get there. I think that we can. But the problem with humanity is that we're a reactive species. Very few of us are proactive. Very few of us want to toil today to get something tomorrow. It's like, hey, you know, why would I save money to buy the thing I can get today? I can throw on a credit card so I can, you know, get that useless item right now. I can get that big screen plasma TV. I can get that new car. Why wait? Hey, I'm going to be dead anyway someday in the future. People see they don't really care. We are reactive species. That's why we react to advertising. We react to the mainstream media. We react to the fear-mongering of these politicians and bankers. Fear is a revolving theme. So because of that, in a lot of respects, human beings and humanity, in my opinion at least, are doomed unless we change that behavior. But the only way I think we realistically get the massive shift in human consciousness, which I think will happen, you know, whether or not it's a pole shift or something like that, I have no idea. That's really not my area of expertise, although I realize that planetary shifts in the planet is a lot more powerful than I am. A lot more powerful than human beings. But because humans are reactive, it's going to take, in my opinion, massive death, massive struggle, massive strife, world war. These types of cataclysmic events, disease, plague, wipe out half the population before people react, before they are shocked to the core and realize, look, wow, half the population just died. We better do something or we will too. And if we're searching for meaning, if we want our lives to mean something, if we really care about the world and ourselves just selfishly, why wouldn't we want to leave the legacy of a better world? Why wouldn't we want to leave the legacy of a better future? In fact, let's build that utopia then. Let's build these amazing megacities. Let's integrate technology like never before. But let's not lose our humanity. I'm Christopher Green. These are just some candid thoughts today. I want to wish all of you a very happy holiday. Merry Christmas. As always, hard-hitting and in your face.